Today, the results from student government election.
And what's next for our men's basketball team? Stay tuned because Spinnaker News starts right now.
Good morning, Ospreys. I'm Natalie Yant.
And I'm Diana Shanks, and you're watching Spinnaker News.
So, what's the update on our men's basketball team?
Well, Natalie, the Florida Gulf Coast Eagles delivered a second gut punch to the Ospreys by beating Stetson 80-78 in the ASUN Championship, guaranteeing the Eagles a bid in the NCAA March tournament and sending the Ospreys to the National Invitation Tournament. A Stetson victory was the Ospreys' last hope of seeing March Madness. See, the Hatters are banned from postseason play after failing to meet the NCAA's academic progress rate, and ASUN rules state that if a team who wins the conference tournament is ineligible, the regular season champion will receive the automatic bid. The Ospreys clinched the ASUN regular season championship with a victory over JU, promising them a bid to the NIT and making them Stetson's replacement in the tournament. Hopefully we can dance into March Madness next season, Natalie.
Thanks, Diane. All right, guys, a little update on some campus news. Yesterday, a wildfire near UNF torched about 65 acres of land just south of the campus. But the fire was brought under control without any damage to homes. Smoke could be seen for miles, and there was an increased police presence at the end of Kernan Boulevard to keep people away from the scene. Additional equipment, including a helicopter and tractors, assisted in getting the blaze under control. Florida Forest Service announced about 4:30 p.m. that the fire had been 100% contained. After seeing an increase in confirmed flu cases regarding influenza within the student body, student health services are asking students who might be sick to stay home. The Director of Health Administration, Doreen Perez, told us that since February 15th, there have been 22 confirmed cases of influenza. Perez advises students that are exhibiting flu-like symptoms such as high fever, aches, and laziness to head to the clinic. The results for the spring 2016 student government election are in. The Baker bill, which is an attempt to raise the minimum GPA for student government members from a 2.25 to a 2.5, was passed. On the voting ballot, other questions were asked to the student voters. The ballot also asked students if having bright futures for the summer term would encourage them to take more classes during summer months. 68% voted yes and 4% voted no, with 29% identifying that they did not have bright futures. This year, there was an increase of 45 student voters from the fall election last year. Okay, guys, let's head on over to the green screen and check in on some sports.
Thanks, Natalie. As for women's basketball, their season came to a 7-win, 23-loss close this weekend. The third-seeded USC Upstate crushed the sixth-seeded Ospreys in the quarterfinals 76-50. Despite the loss, Claire Ioannidis put up her 7th 20-point game of the season and tied the UNF single-season record for three-pointers made with 80. Next season, 7 of the Ospreys will be returning along with 3 players who sat out the year and 3 freshmen to bolster the rosters. As one season comes to a close, another one begins. The women's beach volleyball team competed this weekend at FAU's Borough Beach Bash. The first day of the conference, they lost to Georgia State and FAU, both matches 4-1, but the second day they literally flipped the results. First, they beat Weber 4-1 and avenged their loss against FAU 3-2. Last season, the Ospreys finished with 11 wins, 12 losses, and 4-4 in conference play before being knocked out of the championship match by Stetson. Another episode of Center Court will be airing before we all head off to spring break. Last week, hosts Alex Gatlin and Ryan Hennessy covered some hot topics in sports, so don't forget to tune in to Channel 170 this Wednesday at 7 p.m. Well, that's it for sports. Let's head back to the desk.
Thanks, Diana. You guys, there's some sunny weather this week, so be sure to soak up the rays and enjoy it before everybody heads off for spring break. All right, guys. For more stories here, you guys can always follow us at unfspinnaker.com.
You can also like us on Facebook at facebook.com/UNFSpinnaker.
And follow us on Twitter and Instagram at UNFSpinnaker. For Spinnaker News, I'm Natalie Yant.
And I'm Diana Shanks. Have a great day, UNF.